Multi-layer defense. So what we mean by a multi-layer defense is that there should be multiple layers within your defense. It's not just there's not one key element that protects you from everything. You're going to have policies, procedures, training, which creates awareness, is going to be one level of your protection. I got to tell you about policies. Well, we'll get into policies a little bit more, and I got a story I want to share with you. Another is the physical security level. Again, I don't know how many times I've been in to a company. I'm like, okay, well, take me back to where your servers are. And they walk me back, and they're in a big room with about 3 other employees' desks sitting right there next to them. I'm like, yeah. I actually went in one where the server was sitting in the hallway. But physical security also concerns your mobile users. And physical security is a big issue for me when it comes to BYOD. The perimeter network, that's going to be another layer of security. Firewalls, routers, IDS systems. Your network is going to be another layer. Are you using any type of encryption? Are you using IPsec? Maybe you only use IPsec for certain type of network communications. Are we VLAN? Do we have subnets in play? At the host level, the host level is going to include our operating system, our hardware. I always love asking again the question, oh, that's great. You got keep everything up to date, with Windows or with Linux or whatever the operating system is. What about your BIOS? Is that up to date? Dale, we really don't need to update our BIOS. Oh, you'd be surprised. There's actually vulnerabilities built into BIOSes. And I know it's a pain in the cahootskis trying to go through, I got 3,000 desktop machines. Dale, how am I going to push out a BIOS? Well, believe it or not, there's actually software products out there that can help you do that. I know that Dell has their own product. But again, before I deploy something like that, I got to check out and make sure that that doesn't have a vulnerability. Applications themselves. Again, what applications do you have installed? Adobe? Microsoft? A custom application? What are the vulnerabilities? You need to be able to protect the application, which in turn protects the host, which protects the network, et cetera, et cetera. Finally, we have the data. How do we protect the data? Remember, we want to protect the integrity of the data, making sure that the people that don't need access to it don't get there. And then how do we protect it in transit? All these countermeasures help to really frustrate an attacker if they're deployed properly. Now, again, I'm not going to say that just because you deploy countermeasures at each one of these levels that you're going to be 100% protected. Because remember my previous statement. What's the most secure server? But what I will promise is that if the target gets compromised, we're going to limit or minimize the impact that they could have on our network.